Hi, my name is Jason. This is my family, and we love to travel to the beach, or the lake,
in the forest, on the coast,
to the mountains, and even deep underground. I hope you come along as we travel all around our home state of California, the greater United States, and beyond. We invite you to come join us as we go exploring. Anyone who knows my family and me knows that we are huge fans of Disneyland. I have been going since I was a kid, and Jody and I started taking our kids when they were just babies. We got our first annual passes before Jack even needed a ticket to get in, and we've been annual pass holders pretty much ever since. We've seen a lot of changes to the park over the past decade and a half, and those changes are some of the things that have kept us coming back year after year. But the biggest change we've seen has been to our family. We've watched our kids grow up at Disneyland. From babies to little kids, and now to teenagers. Every step of the way, discovering what new magic Disneyland has to offer. We've made more than a decade of memories with family and friends, and our experiences have given us so much joy. So in February of 2020, when we headed into the parks for the 312th time, we were happy to see the familiar, and we were excited for some new experiences. But we had no idea that it was all about to come to an end. When Disneyland closed due to the COVID outbreak, we were sad, but hopeful it wouldn't be long. And after days turned to weeks, and weeks to months, there finally were signs of hope. Downtown Disney opened up with very limited capacity in order to keep people safe. And in October of 2020, after 8 months with no possibilities of going, we decided to give it a try and see if it felt safe to be out and about in those kinds of crowds. The crowds were limited, and the safety restrictions were well enforced, which was very comforting. out that Disneyland is closed. We still miss Disneyland, but it was great to be able to get a little taste of Disney magic again, even if it was just some shopping and eating.
Happy birthday, Mom. Subscribe to JJ Does
IT. Just getting a little bit of Disney magic after so long without it made us a little bit more hopeful.
We're going to Disneyland. Woohoo!
A taste of Disney?
A touch of Disney.
Then, in the spring of 2021, there was more good news. California Adventure Park would be opening for a special food and drink event called Touch of Disney. So we got tickets and headed back out to get a little more Disney magic. Along with throngs of other Disney fans, we waited in line, got our tickets scanned, and finally, we were back in a Disney park. It was only food and shopping, there were no rides, but it was in a park, which made a big difference. Just being in the park and seeing the lands and the characters gave us a feeling of joy again. There was even a special pass holder area. It's beginning to feel a lot like kind of normal. We've got a roller coaster running around. They've got the fun wheel spinning around. So it's starting to feel a little bit more like the park is real and open. We ate our way through DCA until the sun set, and then the lights came on, making it even more magical. So that's a touch of Disney. We managed to spend the whole day here today. I didn't think we'd be able to do that, but it was pretty easy and didn't get too full, but it's a good time. It's just a touch of Disney, a little bit. And, it feels closer and closer, like we're really almost there, and soon we will be. The next day, we went back into downtown Disney to have some tortilla joes and to take another look at the empty Esplanade. It had been an unprecedented shutdown for Disneyland, and being able to get into DCA was a great experience. But the vaccine had come out for general use, and in fact I was getting my second dose the day we left DCA and were headed home. And the COVID numbers were dropping as more people got vaccinated. We started to hear that Disneyland might finally open back up. Next time we come back, we'll be going in to Disneyland. Disneyland opened back up on Friday, April 30th, 2021, after being closed for 412 days. So we got tickets and headed back down, and finally we were back at Disneyland. We're getting in. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We are here. We finally made it back into Disneyland. Look.
And nothing has changed.
Once we were actually back in Disneyland, we couldn't decide what to do first, but it didn't even matter to me. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
We started with some old familiar favorites.
How's the weather out there?
Warm.
Don't need to answer, I don't really care.
No.
I don't get out that much.
And there were some changes, but the excitement was still there. The first ride Kira ever rode when she was a baby was on Snow White's Scary Adventure, and it had been updated during the shutdown, so we decided to check it out. In New Orleans Square, we ran into David from Fresh Baked. The Blue Bayou was a must-stop for dinner later that night. There were also some changes to the Haunted Mansion while we were away. The last ride that we rode before the shutdown was the new Rise of the Resistance, so we had to ride it again on our first day back. The next day, we were headed back into California Adventure because there was something big and new we wanted to see. Yep, while the parks were closed, they built a whole new land, Avengers Campus, and a new ride, too, which we managed to snag a boarding pass for. Yeah.
Except you didn't use little guns, you used your
Yeah, you
fingers.
just do your gestures. It was pretty accurate.
It was.
I was like, I'd look at something and shoot at it, and it'd be like right at it.
Like in Cold Water.
Avengers Campus had all kinds of great theming and characters to see, like the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and even Justin Scard. Well, it's been great to get back into the parks. Yesterday at Disneyland and today at California Adventure, and getting to go on the new Web Slingers ride in Avengers Campus was icing on the cake. Probably a highlight for today. We really didn't expect to be able to do that, and getting in the queue and being able to do that was really exciting. And just overall, it's been great to be able to be back in the parks again. It's been over a year, which is crazy to think. We haven't been able to be here in over a year. And getting back has been fantastic. The magic is back, like the logos say, the shirts and the pins. It feels like being home again. So I don't know when we'll be back because the ticket situation is really weird, but when we get to come again, we I think we'll appreciate it a little bit more than we did before. Because being without Disneyland for over a year was pretty bad, and it's great to be able to be back. Even if there's some restrictions and limits and you gotta wear masks and everything, it still feels great, and it feels like fun, and it feels like magic. So we're very happy to have been able to come back and see it all again. Thanks for watching, and please get vaccinated. And by the way, it didn't take us long to go back again.